The Abolition of the Slave Trade, 1807, in Slavery 1, 833a. Source of British moral pride. This is one of Britain's most emotionally powerful and often cited achievements, because it represents a moment when the country used its power to dismantle a system it had once profited from. The pride is real, and so is the historical complexity. What actually happened? Britain and slavery, the hard truth. Before abolition, Britain was one of the largest slave-trading nations. Deeply involved in plantation slavery in the Caribbean, economically enriched by enslaved labor, abolition was not inevitable. It was fought for. The abolition of the slave trade, 1807 and 1807. Parliament passed the Slave Trade Act, which banned British involvement in the transatlantic slave trade. Made slave trading illegal throughout the British Empire, this did not free enslaved people. It stopped the trade itself. The abolition of slavery, 1833 and 1833, Parliament passed the Slavery Abolition Act, which freed enslaved people across most of the British Empire, applied to around 800,000 enslaved individuals, formally ended legal slavery. Enslaved people were forced into a temporary apprenticeship system first. Another uncomfortable truth. The Royal Navy's role, historically true. Britain enforced abolition with real force. The West Africa Squadron patrolled the Atlantic. Thousands of sailors died from disease. Hundreds of slave ships were intercepted. Tens of thousands of enslaved people were freed. This was one of the first sustained international humanitarian naval campaigns in history. The abolitionists, why this matters, key figures included William Wilberforce, Thomas Clarkson, Alada Equiano, formerly enslaved. Grassroots petitioners, including many women. Abolition succeeded because of mass public pressure, not elite generosity. The moral contradiction, why Brits still debate it. Slave owners were financially compensated. Enslaved people were not. Britain abolished slavery later than often imagined. Abolition coexisted with imperial expansion. Both pride and responsibility are historically justified. Why the British like this event? Not because it erases guilt, but because Britain admitted a moral wrong. Parliament acted against entrenched economic interests. The state committed resources to enforcement. Change came through law and activism. It fits a British self-image of moral reform through institutions. Why it truly matters. The British abolition movement inspired global anti-slavery efforts, changed international law and norms, helped redefine human rights discourse. It was imperfect but real, costly, and transformative. In one sentence, Britain values abolition because it marks the moment the nation turned its power against a global injustice it once helped sustain. And that historical fact is both inspiring and sobering.